guys, from today, we're going to take two cartoons and we'll kind of look at how they're similar. We have this one on the left, this one on the right here, but we'll first start with just looking at each of them exclusively, and then we'll kind of come back full circle and just see how they're similar. So, you know, if I'm just starting here,
got a lot.
Got a lot.
Got a lot. I mean, first thing drawn to me, Rockefeller.
Yep.
You know, makes me think John D. Rockefeller, makes me think Standard Oil. We are in the Industrial Revolution.
Yep.
We've got a lot of buildings in the background that have, you know, words on them. We've got the White House. You know, we've got Standard Oil Refinery, but that doesn't look like a refinery to me. It looks like the U.S. Capitol building. Also have the Treasury Department. Size jumps out at me.
I'm definitely getting the sense, but in terms of size, is that, you know, you definitely have a big business from this time period, such as John D. Rockefeller and Standard Oil, is dominating and has a lot of power and then even influence when it comes to government.
Yeah, because size represents a lot of things in cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Size represents wealth, size represents power, size represents greed, can even represent an amount of something. But here, I think the fact that he's got the White House in his hand reminds me of an old saying, he's got the whole world in his hand. And Rockefeller is the richest and most powerful man in the world at this time.
And even we'll go down here, you know, of course, you know, the money bag's coming up. Once
Yep.
again. Okay, good. All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's look at this one.
All right.
Wow, it's funny you should bring up size in the
Yeah.
previous one.
You know, because now we don't just have size. Now we have people who are rather overweight, El Gordo,
And they're money bags.
obese, yeah.
Yeah, and we
you
have
know,
the symbols.
and here we have, oh, look, right there in the middle, we've got the Standard Oil Trust. So although it doesn't look like Mr. Rockefeller, this is supposed to represent that trust, but this is all the trusts. And let's remember, trust means
It's a group of corporations run by a single board of directors.
monopoly. You know, it's a monopoly. Oh, no, but here, we are in the Senate. You know, the Senate of the monopolists, by the monopolists, and for the monopolists.
So since we're talking about trust and monopolists, right, then we should think about, you know, well, obviously if we're looking here, or you know, trust and monopolies are being depicted as pretty much evil or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because they have a lot of control. They eliminate the small businesses, and then when they don't have competition anymore, they raise that price, and they no longer have to worry about competition, and it's pretty unfair to anybody who's involved.
Wealth, power,
Yep.
greed. And it's almost like, hey, let's think contextually. You know, we're in the late 1800s. Can you name any president from the late 1800s off the top of your head? Most people can't.
No.
You know, and why is that? It's because it's the Rockefellers, it's the Morgans, it's the Carnegies, it's the Vanderbilts, it's the Jay Goulds, who were the most powerful people in our country, not our government, not our politicians.
Not McKinley, but not until you get Theodore Roosevelt.
Right,
who's a power guy himself.
Right. You know, before McKinley, you got
Right,
it's
nobody.
like Garfield and Cleveland and Chester A. Arthur. Yeah, we had a president named Chester A. Arthur.
And some historians would probably say that those types of presidents were kind of like puppets
Yeah.
for, you know, your big business.
Yep.
If we notice here, I think we should need to address the setting. They're in the Senate, make laws here. Again, we're looking at the trust have the power. The senators are right over here, and the senators are elected and work for the people. And again, when we look here, the people do not have the power.
Yeah.
The people's entrance is closed.
Yep.
The
And
monopolist-
locked.
And
Closed
locked.
and locked.
And the monopolist entrance wide open
Yep.
for these guys to kind of walk in, and then of course they take something from the Gettysburg Address, where they're talking about the Senate of the monopolist, by the monopolist, for the monopolist.
Not the people.
And it even says down here, the bosses of the Senate.
Yeah, and if we look at these side by side now, you know, I'm thinking similar.
Absolutely similar.
You know, we've got size representing wealth, power, and greed.
Size and size.
We've got government buildings, you know, and the control that the wealthy individuals in society have over our government at this time. And let's think, like, if the rich have control and rich have power over the government, what type of laws do you think that they're going to be making?
The ones that benefit them.
Laws that benefit themselves, not us.
More similarities here. You know, you have money as an issue here.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger there, but of course, you know, it's playing in the
You
background.
know, and of course, I mean, Rockefeller, the central issue here.
Sure.
You know, there's other ones, but he is in the center, you know, of all these monopolies and trusts.
If we were looking at, you know, we looked at the cartoon and we're going, okay, we looked at the similarities just in the cartoon, but, you know, when we're looking also in terms of, I guess you could say the cartoonist purpose or recognizing bias, there's certainly bias in here.
Yeah.
That we're seeing here and here
You
we're
know, to show the American people that, hey, we don't have the power anymore.
right.
You know, and somebody, Theodore Roosevelt,
Right.
is going to have to take that power back.
Good. Anything else we need?
I think
Sir?
we're
We
good.
got the bias in there, all the similarities. Not much of differences. I mean, when we're trying to like look at cartoons in terms of that.
I find my students sometimes will be like, well, this only has one and this has
Right,
the many, but
exactly.
like, that's not what we're going for here.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking for the overall theme.
Yep. All right. Good.
Good job.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Be good.